Azam, I'll come back to you. I'll just go to Rana Ihsaan.
Okay. I was talking about the investigation report. Yes.
Your as far as issues are concerned, certainly my question to you is, which is being said again and again by the government, why not resign now? You want to wait till March. It has to do with the Senate elections, or what is behind this time frame?
Maruk, you'll have to give me double the time because I was skipped one turn. The resigns will come. We don't have to rush into it. When the time is right, we'll also bring that on. But right now, we're starting a movement. We've given a whole schedule for that. We're starting with Gujranwala, and then it's 2-3 months of jalsas. Then, if required, we'll go to streets. Street movements, and if a dharna is required, and then if resignations are required, so that will also follow. So right now we're just initiating with the PDM. Don't worry, all of that will come. But let me tell you why we're doing it.
Rana Saab, what will change in your opinion? You're saying that in all due course all of that would come, but what would change for you to get to that point where you are not today? And even if you follow the plan that you're talking about, where you're talking about protests and all of that, which are to precede the resignations, why do they have to precede the resignations? Why not just go for the resignations straight on?
Our target is that we, as Mia Nawaz Sharif had said, that this nizam or the system which is behind the doors, which is a puppeteering sort of a system where the vote. You vote for someone, and the result is in favor of someone else. Where in our last 1.5 years of government, how Mia Nawaz Sharif, the Panama cases were against 440 people, but only one person was prosecuted for Panama, and that him too, he went away for Ikama and not Panama, and how our Balochistan government fell and how things unfolded. We're standing for all that. We're standing for democracy. We're standing for the preservation and implementation of our constitution, which says that the parliamentary system is the center of power.
Could you not have stood for democracy in the assemblies? I mean, certainly you've come from the electoral process, you've come from the parliamentary process. There is, a democracy at play here, whether flawed or not, as far as our country is concerned. Why not agitate within the parliament? Why not talk about sugar, wheat, all the issues that you are saying are behind this? Why not do it within the parliament?
We have been doing that, but as you've seen the parliamentary process and the sessions in the parliament, the government is unable to run the parliament. How they've been moving
part
things.
Part of it is because you saw the previous government as far as the PTI is concerned. Certainly we saw the protests, we saw the dharnas, we saw them have pressure on your government, on the PMLN government. There's no denying that. Do you think that is behind this game of this plan of action?
No, I'll tell you what is behind it. What is behind it is the fact that this government is, even its supporters like MQM and the other supporters of this party or the coalition government, that is, they're only with them because they're under pressure, because someone is supporting this government. Otherwise, it would have collapsed. So we, this system which is on a ventilator, and I'm sure you understand when I say who is giving them the ventilator, that has to be switched off. And why are we asking for that? Is because they have failed to deliver on all fronts. Let's talk about national security. Our last budget that we gave the armed forces was $9 billion US. Today, they've been, after 2 years, they're standing on $7 billion US. So I feel that our national security is compromised today with PTI in power. Today, inflation all over in the South Asian countries is less than 5%. Only Pakistan is above 11%. Unemployment is at the highest. Industry has stopped working. So all of this experiment which was done with Pakistan has failed. This is what is behind this movement. We're exposing it. The behind the doors has to stop. This unwavering support to this failed system is destroying Pakistanis, and we have to stand up to it. This is what is behind our movement.
But why not? I mean,
comment one thing on, he was saying that Jahangir Tareen is not convicted. Neither is Hamza Shehbaz. He's not convicted, and he's been in jail since the last 14 months. Shehbaz Sharif is not convicted. He was not convicted, but they've all been in jails for dozens of months. So the political engineering, and you know what could be more evident after the former DG FIA's interviews, the things he has revealed, that he was being directed to put terrorism cases on Maryam Nawaz and the social media team. So let's not joke here. The country knows, and you know, Marukh, you've been talking about the common man, and so has Barrister Saab. But look at Asim. He did not talk about inflation. He did not talk about the common man. He did not talk about the sugar prices. They have a opposition phobia. All he has been talking about in this show has been Nawaz Sharif and Shehbaz Sharif and accountability and corruption. You know, Pakistani people have been conned. They were promised, you know, 10 million jobs. They were promised 5 million houses. They were promised 1,000 things, and nothing has come true. And you know, now you're saying it is a difficult subject. It is a tricky subject. You need to deliver people on your promises that you made before the elections. Now everything seems to be very tough and hard to understand. And this is what we're talking about in PDM. We're talking about freeing Pakistan from this incompetent government, which is being supported behind the scenes. Otherwise, it would have collapsed.